Hey everyone, I'm glad that you could join me today. I want to talk a little bit about how to be a successful entrepreneur, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself. First, let me introduce myself. My name is RJ Stewart. I am a 10-year veteran, a father of 4 beautiful children, and a successful entrepreneur. I own companies like Pro Entity LLC, Mombot Shores, Mumbai University, and Entrepreneur's Corner. And these are companies that I built from the ground up. And I wanted to share some of these tips and tricks with you guys to help make your path to being a successful entrepreneur a lot easier than mine. See, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anyone to guide me through. It was a lot of trial and error, hundreds of thousands of dollars spent in marketing in the wrong area or trying to do what everyone else told me to do. But there was no clear path, no way to foresee how much money would be wasted, how much time I would waste. So I wanted to share some information with you guys and see if that could help you out in building your business. So first I wanted to touch on common misconceptions for entrepreneurs. These are a lot of things that people believe, that a lot of ideas that people believe that is surrounded around being an entrepreneur. First, people think if you have a good idea, go patent it, you're going to be rich. That couldn't be further from wrong. That could not be further from wrong. You have a good idea, that's great. An entrepreneur should have good ideas. They're innovative. They're very innovative individuals. But just because you have that good idea does not guarantee funds in your pocket. It does not. There's so much more that goes to it. If you have a business degree, you'll be successful. Another common misconception. I mentioned before that I'm a 10-year veteran. I spent a lot of time in Iraq and Afghanistan. And we would have lieutenants that would come straight out of West Point College, and they would jump into the fray and believe that, hey, I have a degree in this, I know everything about it. But it's not until you get into it, you're in that war path, and you're in the war zone, that's when you actually gain your experience. That's when you gain your experience. Having a degree builds a foundation. It teaches you a lot of things, but it doesn't put you in the situation that you need to be in to be able to gain proper experience. You can't pay for time, and you can't pay for experience. Those are 2 things that you have to either learn to manage your time, and you have to learn how to take an experience that you get and turn it, even if it's a bad experience, and turn it into something fruitful for the future. Another common misconception: throwing a bunch of money at Facebook and Google Ads works. Not unless you want to go bankrupt. Not unless you want to go bankrupt before your business even really sees a sale. There's ways that you... Now, I'm not down at Facebook. I'm not down at Google Ads. They do work. But there is a way to make it work. You don't just throw up $100,000 out there in ads and you hope that it reaches somebody that is interested in your product. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that at all. Another misconception, I apologize for that, is working for yourself means complete freedom. That's something that people will tell you all the time. I work for myself, I'm free. Working for yourself is harder than working for someone else. Because when you work for yourself, your failure and your success depends on you. Nobody's going to care for your business more than you. So whereas you work a 9 to 5, you do just that. You work a 9 to 5, and your boss cares about the results of his company. You do your job. If you're an accountant, your job is to keep track of the money. And then someone else has this job and someone else has that job. All you worry about is your lane at a 9 to 5. And after 5 o'clock, you go home. That's the end of the day. You don't ponder on it. You don't think about it. You don't care about it at all. Your boss, he's thinking about it day in and day out. He doesn't punch in and he doesn't punch out. He goes home with his worries. He goes home worrying about what's going to happen. While he's eating dinner with his wife, he's thinking about a new marketing plan. That's a very, very common misconception. Now, you do gain some sort of freedom as far as knowing that you work for yourself, knowing that you built this from the ground up. But in your beginning stages of starting your company, you're gonna spend sleepless nights, worrying and building on something that started from nothing. So we talk about the mindset of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs has to be a disciplined individual. You have to set a work schedule. You have to work that work schedule. Currently, I put myself on the 9 to 5 schedule because I'm already an established entrepreneur. I mentioned the 4 businesses that I run, so I'm an established entrepreneur. So I work from 9 to 5, but I post my schedule on the outside of my office. From 9 to 11:30, I'm not to be bothered at all. My friends, family, any outside distraction. From 11:30 to 12:45, I'm open. That is my lunch period. Anybody wants to talk, my wife, my kids, that is the time period that we can converse and talk with each other. From 12:46, I apologize, to 5 p.m., I'm back to work. I'm taking calls, customer servicing, working on new marketing strategies, creating new ads. That's my second half of my shift. Then after that, my day is done. I clear my head of anything that has to do with work, and I enjoy my family. We go out, we enjoy ourselves. That's discipline. Don't let anything, friends will come by, hey, let's go out, let's do this, no. You have to be a disciplined individual to be an entrepreneur. There's no pushing things to the side. There's no, if it has to do with work, you should be on top of it 100%. Stick to your work schedule. That is discipline. Adaptability is one of the second biggest keys of entrepreneurship. Your niche and your market are going to change throughout the entirety and lifespan of your company. It's going to change constantly. You're going to need to stay up on it. Just because you have a feeling or an emotion about something, or you enjoy doing this a certain way, you have to be able to adapt and understand the trends and the marketing trends and how things change. You're going to have to do that on the fly, which means that you're always going to have to be doing research and knowing what's going on. You never want to be the last to know what's going on, because you'll always fall behind your competitors. Consistency in your product or service, consistency in your advertisement, consistency in your presence, whether it be social media or in your community. You have to be consistent. You have to actually be expected. Your customers should expect a certain caliber from you. They should expect a certain grandeur to your performance. And if you go below that, if you go below what's expected, that excellency, then you'll lose customers. Now, if you're consistent at being horrible, if you're consistent at being late, you're consistent at your products or services being refunded or badly reviewed, that's also a level of consistency. That's also a standard that you set for yourself. And it won't bode too well for you at all, I promise. Accountability, being accountable for your company's flaws, being accountable for your company's success, for your company's failures, for anything that happens with your company. It's your company. Nobody else can take responsibility for what happens internally inside of your company, or the external result that your company may cause for something. That's just a fact. You're accountable. You're accountable for everything that your company does. You can't push it off to anyone else. You don't have a boss anymore. So things go bad, you're the boss. You take accountability. If a paycheck is, if one of your employees are underpaid, yeah, the accountant's in charge of that. But at the end of the day, I have to deal with it. I have to deal with my accountant. You don't push that blame off to anyone. There's nothing wrong with emailing a customer and sincerely apologizing and offering to fix it. You have no idea how far that will go for a customer. Not giving them the runaround, not arguing with them, not pointing fingers at them, but sincerely looking at a customer in his eyes and saying, I apologize, our service was subpar, this will not happen again, we'd like to fix it. That goes so far. So now you might be asking, hey, RJ, who can be a successful entrepreneur? Like, what are the qualifications? What criteria must you meet? Well, I'm here to tell you, not anyone can be an entrepreneur, regardless of what anyone tells you. I named a couple of traits or mindset characteristics that an entrepreneur needs to have, but in all honesty, anyone that's willing to change their current mindset from using the words impossible, can't, won't, if you're willing to change that mindset, you can be a successful entrepreneur. You can. If you're willing to devote your time, if you're willing to do research, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to think outside of your current box, you can be a successful entrepreneur. Now, people that think that it's going to fall in your lap, people that think that there's a quick, easy way to get rich, people that believe that you can click a couple of buttons and money will just start showing in your account, or Cash App flips, stuff like that. If you believe in these things, then being an entrepreneur is possibly not for you. Actually, I'm not going to say possibly, it's not for you. If you're afraid to fail, being an entrepreneur is not for you. You're going to fail at things. You're gonna have big failures, you're gonna have small failures, but that's where adaptability comes in. If you're willing to take a hit and come back out fighting again, you have that entrepreneurial spirit. With that said, our course covers everything that we talked about and more. This course is, I told you from the beginning that I didn't have that mentorship. I didn't have anything that could show me the way to do things, you know. Now, I've looked at courses here and there. One to cover Facebook ads, another one to cover Google ads, and charge me $200 per course. I would see courses, hey, this is for marketing, this one is for a business a business plan, and they're here and there. People spread it out, but no one took the time to take all of those lessons, all of their experience, and put it into one big course. That's exactly what I did. I knew how frustrated I was going from course to course trying to figure it out, and each one of these courses contradicted each other. So who was right? I still don't know to this day. I know what I picked up out of it. I know the experience that I would get out of going and looking at everybody's different perspective on being an entrepreneur. And nobody agreed with each other, and it gave me headaches. I spent so much money just on the courses. I know personally I've spent over $5,000 in buying courses that I would get some good information, but there was no one course that led me on a path to success. It was still a lot of trial and error even after purchasing these courses. So that's what I aspired to build. That's what inspired me to build my course. My course is You 2020, the entrepreneur mindset. So in this course, I cover the entire process from start to finish, from building a mindset to closing your very first deal to scaling your business and beyond. And it's an evolving course. I'm not sure if that's a term for a course, but I call it an evolving course because this course goes forever. As long as I'm alive, I'll keep adding lessons to this course, because building a business, maintaining a business, and growing your business is never something that ever stops. It never pauses. So why should my courses pause? As I gain experience, I'm going to continue to push it into these courses and push it out. As of right now, I have 100+ lessons, videos. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mention these are video lessons. I have 100+ lessons in this course, 12 modules of lessons. And I'm going to keep adding. I'm going to keep adding lessons. Every time that I learn something new, anytime I pick up a new trick and it's proven and it's true, I'm going to make another video and I'm going to keep pushing it into these courses, because your business is going to keep growing. So why should your courses stop? Why should you have to stop learning? You never stop learning. Also, we have weekly live seminars for questions and answers. We have discussion posts, and I usually pull from the discussion post, and I do weekly live seminars answering all the questions. And if you come up with new questions during the seminar, I answer them on the spot. That way you're never left flapping in the wind. You're never wondering, oh, well, I bought the course and now I'm stuck and I don't know where to go from here, and you know, where's RJ? I paid for this course, you just gave me this info and then you disappeared. That's not fair. That's completely not fair at all. This course also comes with dozens of ebooks, like dozens. I want to say I'm adding a new ebook every week. New ebooks, new manuals, new handouts, new worksheets. We just finished creating a business plan template, and we walk you through how to fill that business plan template out, because you need a business plan in order to apply for federal grants, in order to apply for state grants, in order to attract investors. You need a working business plan. And that's something that we walk you through. I've never seen a course that in so much detail walks you through step by step of how to fill out a business plan, how to get it organized, how to do an operations agreement. I've never seen a course that covers all of these things. And that's what we're doing. We're covering it all the way through. And I mentioned federal grants. We also have a section where we cover and we walk you through how to write a grant proposal, how to get funding for your company. Like, such valuable information that I didn't have. I remember filing for a federal grant and writing a proposal, and I botched it so many times. I got denied. And it's to find out that it had nothing to do with my business or the nature of my business. It's that I did not present the grant proposal correctly. So before they even got past the first few lines, they threw it out. They completely threw it out. And I had no funding. Then after I figured it out, after trial and error, going through 4 or 5 different courses that I paid $300 a piece for, I pieced the puzzles together, and voila, I had a grant proposal. Well, you shouldn't have to go through that same thing. You should have one course where you go through and bam, it knocks it out. Each and every single step to do a grant proposal, you should not have to look for that. It's in there. It's in the course. We also have weekly assignments that help you assess where you are, you know, and help you pinpoint and create an honesty within yourself to where you see what areas of your business and yourself need the attention directed to. And that's very valuable. You have to know thyself in order to build a business. And you have to be able to be honest with yourself and say, hey, I'm lacking in this category. I'm lacking in this area. This is what I need to finish. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest with your customers. If you're not honest with your customers, you're going to lose your business. You're going to lose your business. We always have an open line for direct one-on-one help. No matter what time, you can email me. You can message me in the direct discussion boards. I even have my phone number. I will answer at any time and walk you through. If I don't know the answer, I have advisors that can advise me to give the answer, or that you can even speak to one of the advisors. But you will never be left flapping in the wind. That is my point with the direct one-on-one help. A lot of people sell courses, and once you get the course, you pay the money, they're done with you. They want nothing to do with you afterward. And here's the best one. We'll even build you a free website based off of your niche, based off of who you're trying to target. We'll build your website, mobile and SEO friendly. If you don't know what SEO is, don't worry. You can learn what that is in the course as well. We teach you how to do search engine optimization. We walk through how to do we walk through marketing in all the major avenues. We have a module for each social media platform. That's right, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Google, YouTube. We sit there and we walk through lesson by lesson how to build an ad, how to engage your target market for each one of them. We don't just, like, I have other courses. They sit there and they bundle all of that into two videos. I'm supposed to learn how to advertise on all of these different platforms in 2 videos? No, we have over 30 videos just targeting each and every one of those specific social media platforms and how to market on each one of them. And I know a lot of you are going to say is, RJ, I've tried this before. I've been through other courses. Nothing worked for me. I'm going to tell you the main reason why. It's because every other course has you dive right into being an entrepreneur, has you dive right into trying to get you to sell this, trying to get you to sell that. Hey, let's build you you build this website, we'll walk you through it. And that's the complete wrong approach. That's the wrong approach, and that's one thing I had to learn too. You have to start off with building an entrepreneurial mindset. That's the only way. You have to build that entrepreneurial mindset. And we focus very heavily on that. See, before we even start building your business, we have 20 lessons dedicated to getting you out of the old mindset and putting you in a new entrepreneurial mindset. That's something we take very seriously right from the beginning. That is what we focus on. We won't even talk about building a business until we build that mindset up, until we instill that discipline, that accountability, all of the things that an entrepreneur should have, should be, and should know. We start the course off in that manner, because there's no point at diving you right in. There's no point, because if you don't understand how an entrepreneur's mind works, you won't get the results that a successful entrepreneur will achieve. You won't. So that's something that we believe very heavily, and that's why we structured the course the way that we did. So here's what we're offering you. An evolving course, which I'll explain to you. This course never dies. You have it for a lifetime. And for as long as I'm alive, there will continuously be lessons added. As I learn, you're gaining the benefit of my experience. From running 4 companies, you're gaining the benefit of that experience. Right now, we're already at 109 lessons. I just checked. We're at 109 lessons, 12 modules. You also gain weekly live seminars for the Q&A that we talked about, so you're never left flapping in the wind. Every week, the same time, every Wednesday at 10 a.m. I believe it is. Yeah, 10 a.m. Had to double check. At 10 a.m. live seminars. Now, the great thing about these also is that these live seminars are recorded. So if you miss it, you can always go back and watch it. Somebody's bound to have asked the question that you've asked. So you have those. You have the evolving course right now at 109 lessons at 12 modules. You have the weekly live seminars for Q&A and the recorded seminars if you missed them. You have dozens of ebooks. Double checked. Right now we're at 15 ebooks. We're at 7 manuals, and we're at 30 handouts. You have weekly assignments to help you assess where you are. You have an open line to me and my team for one-on-one help any time of the day. We'll build your free website, mobile and SEO friendly. You have access to our exclusive community. This community is not on Facebook. It's a community of hundreds of like-minded individuals just like yourself who are opening a business, and they're looking to thrive just like you. You know, people that are trying to get rid of distractions, people trying to become a better version of themselves. You have a community just like that. You have access to our private Facebook community, Entrepreneurs Corner, where I'm constantly posting videos, hints, tips, tricks, interviews with other entrepreneurs. You have access to this to where you could always learn something new. You have a plethora of resources. And if this sounds great to you, if this sounds great and you're ready to become a better you, you're ready to learn the entrepreneurial mindset, you're ready to start earning the money that you should be earning and you deserve, you're tired of punching in a 9 to 5 to earn somebody else money, and you rather work your schedule in order to create money for yourself, then find that link. If you're on Instagram, it's in my bio. If you're on YouTube, it's in the link. It's in the description. Just find that link. I don't know if it's posted over here, over there, the bio, down here. Find that link. Click the link. And let's get started. I'll see you there, and here's to your future.